Hey guys, it's Joe Blue back again for another episode of Filthy Hunt Cheaters, and this.
Hey guys, it's I Can Do Better back again with another video of I truly can do better than Joe Blue. Number 7, cheaters force you to disconnect. I'm looking forward to seeing this. The medkit part was literally just at the end. The desktop was bullshit. That was just fat fingering. I made a video where he says that he misclicked. I have made a video where he sees where you see that he's clicking the vitality shot rather than the vault button. But let's go through this here. Let's see.
This time we've got another Control of a Computer type episode. So the backstory is I've got a friend who doesn't have a very strong PC. He has like a notepad or whatever. I think it's like a GeForce 840N like laptop. It's like, I don't know, it plays like Fortnite at 15 frames per second or something. I don't know, it's pretty bad. But I've got like an old computer that I said I'd donate to him. So I'm doing some like frame tests and benchmarks and stuff like that because I've not used the computer for a long time. So GTX 970 i5 7400K or something.
What relevance does all that have? What relevance is this to forcing you to disconnect? Forcing you to disconnect is internet, not the graphics card or CPU or RAM. Like, what are you blabbing about?
It's a dinosaur. It's not good by today's standards, but it's not an awful machine. And 970 is still a decent card. You know, you can play Fortnite at like 60 FPS, high settings, no problem. But obviously, Hunt being Hunt, you know, it's a little bit more jank in Hunt Showdown. So I've been doing some frame tests. I basically have this instance that's pretty much self-explanatory. I get disconnected from the game. I get sent back to the menu. Just as I'm about to get the kill shot on a dude, I get DC'd. Now play the clip and.
Okay, you're saying that your friend plays on a crappy computer, and then saying it's not a decent computer, but it can still do the job. And then saying you get disconnected. What? Why are you mumbling about your friend's computer when it is about you, apparently? Like, what?
Yeah, you see for yourself.
Okay, so you're testing your friend's computer, and you get disconnected. Is that it? Is that how I should understand it? Because if we look at the... muted. If we look at the FPS up here, it says 48. So that, by standard, is horrible. I will bet that I can find a setting for you that looks super good, and he can reach something like 60 FPS. You reached 49. Amazing. Good job. You said that when you are about to get the kill shot, you then went to get disconnected. What you showed is that you missed a shot and then body shot and was about to like reload the next shot or pull the jackhammer or hammer on the next shot.
Hello, I'm here too, and I would like to say that this last minute or last second, I mean, he shot, missed, obviously, and then, yeah, the guy there.
Mm-hmm.
When the screen switches to Hunt, I started out, for me, it seemed like he simply just pressed a button in the router or pushed the cable. Because it's so fast. I mean, disconnecting, all the times we have disconnected or imagined.
As an example.
We started moving in place and...
Because that's internet connection, internet disconnection. So yeah.
Yeah, moving in place or simply just like loading, and then appear the screen like Hunt Showdown, and then
rubber banding,
yeah.
Running and walking in place, as you say.
Yeah.
Like, this here seems like the type of leap game instance.
Yeah.
If we go back, if I'm allowed to go back. Okay, that was far when that's a lot of frames. Back to the clip itself, back into the game. He has no latency, no package loss. Wait GPU time, like it's swinging insanely. Render thread time, swinging insanely. Like, this here shows more or less that his computer cannot actually handle it, so it's loading out rather than being forced to disconnect. It shows absolutely no instability in the internet. So it shows, it looks like Joe directly, as my partner said, is pulling out the cord or shutting down the entire router. Something like that. But let's hear his excuse. There is sound, but he's not talking about anything.
You paused.
Yeah, I paused right now,
Yeah.
but the clip, there is sound. It's not muted.
He got up to reconnect the cable.
No, because he's moving.
Nah, he's moving, but
What's happening?
maybe the PC has the tablet has sound. Yes. That's weird.
I'm also having it on the monitor itself.
It's muted. He muted it. It's not possible.
What if I go back here? Okay, that actually does have sound. Wait a minute. The game does not have sound either. So it's the hardware. The PC cannot handle the game. Okay, that explains it. As you could hear there was the death thing, and as you saw when he entered, the spike of everything, like it's pretty normal to do, but it went insanely high. His computer cannot handle the game. Clip 1 post details. Looking forward to that. What the fuck was that clip?
The sound was interesting.
Like, you shoot and then clip over to having hit.
I mean, Joe Blue.
What is that?
I mean, everyone misses. You know, it's not that sad to see you miss. Everyone
course
misses
not.
a shot, and at least you got the hit afterwards.
I think he's trying here to say that he was tricked out of it, and then going frame by frame to help show that he was actually ready to make the shot.
Yeah, I also think that's
Because right here he aims at the head and he paused the video. You can see he paused the video. And the thumb is pulling down the hammer.
Yeah, I see that.
So that's going to be interesting to hear his excuse.
You know, slap this guy either in the chest or in the head, right? And then I get the DC come in. I think the important thing to notice here is I do have performance stats up because I was benchmarking my old computer. So you can see here that my ping is 37, which is pretty much standard for 100 Showdown servers from where I am, and 0 packet loss. So there's no.
His own computer.
Yeah, he talks as if it's his computer.
That's why I cannot believe that he has a RTX 4090, because he's saying that he has that is his computer, but he's also talking about his friend's computer.
Exactly, and that he's trying to benchmark it. You don't benchmark it in games, you benchmark it differently.
Yeah, and
but if we also take the Hunt Showdown videos in here,
yes, there.
In the April highlight,
yes, there are gonna be hunts in every.
See,
not showing.
he's, for example, not showing any FPS here either. So you cannot see whether or not he's actually true to his own words. Filth Hunt, for example. Clip analysis.
Bullshit.
Like, also here, he's not having it up. So he can claim whatever it is he wants. And it's a trust me bro moment. It's an appeal to ignorance. You need to trust him just because he's saying this.
Internet issues on my side, none whatsoever. There's no reason for me to be disconnected. There's nothing wrong with my actual internet.
The thing that's wrong with is not the internet connection, it's your computer. It cannot handle it. It's crap, it's trash.
Everything's perfectly fine. I've not unplugged my internet connection.
You cannot say that you did not unplug the internet connection because that's a trust me bro moment. You need to trust me because I'm saying this here. Like, you can literally have the router next to you and flip the switch.
That was perfect because
Like-
that was the first thing I thought when I saw.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, you... and you're already taking the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving the most obvious reason, other than your computer being unable to handle it, saying that your 970 graphics card should be able to do it, while proving it cannot. It drops insanely. Like, what the fuck?
Nothing has happened. It's just all of a sudden I'm going back to the main menu. Now, in 1,000 hours of playing this game, I do not recall a single instance where I've ever been disconnected from the game. I think I've had...
Congratulations. I've been disconnected from the game in the instance of literally just vaulting into a compound with absolutely no enemies nearby because my partner said that, where are you? What are you doing? So yeah, I've experienced that. Then by your logic proves you wrong because I have not experienced it, so it must not be possible to happen. No, I have. I've disconnected somewhat similar to that. I used my partner's laptop because she likes FPS. Her laptop is going with an i5 Intel Core i5 and 2060 graphics card. Granted, it's the model lower than the 70, but it's 2 generations newer than yours. Technically 2.5 because there was a 1600 series also, but still, like, I have experienced it on that computer. So, yeah. You are, by your own logic, proven wrong. Experience shows that you're wrong.
On my old computer, I've had some instances where the game's crashed and I've had to reload the game and reconnect to the game, but I have not had an instance where I've been literally disconnected from the server and had to reconnect in 1,000 hours of...
In 200 hours, I think I can pull up my own. Yeah, that's mine. Hunt Showdown. There we go. 400 hours. In 400 hours, roughly, give and take, I have experienced it. So by your logic, it's possible. How are we gonna take that?
game time, I've never been disconnected and have to reconnect without my game crashing, and that's never happened before.
I have experienced it without my game crashing, and that has happened before. Like, why are you repeating yourself? Oh, I know. The illusory truth effect is the tendency to believe false information. You can pause to read to this text here. To be correct after repeated exposure. That's why you're repeating yourself. You know it's false information. Not that one. This one here. You know it's false information. So, by that argument, the illusory truth effect, you are intentionally lying about people.
So if we go back from the very moment, keep going frame by frame. Right, so literally the frame before DC and there's no packet loss.
The frame before DC and packet loss having here shows that you are about to pull the jackhammer, which means this guy here has the opportunity to swap weapon or crouch or run around you or something like that. So what are you whining about?
my latency is exactly as it should be. There's no evidence of an internet problem for me to be disconnected from the server.
Okay, just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Here, now you can see it for yourself. I will have the rules removed, so you can also see it. I will go a little back, so
Frame by
he
frame.
has that.
So literally the frame before DC and there's no packet loss, my latency is exactly as it should be. There's no evidence of an internet problem for me to be disconnected from the server, and they're not disconnected from the server. So it's not that there's anything wrong with the server, there's just disconnected people.
It's not the server that's something wrong with, it's your own computer. I mean, that is factual. You're proving it with the computer's stats.
Because they've killed me in this instance where I've been DC'd. So it would appear like I've been drop hacked and I've been DC'd from the game by a cheat.
Then prove that drop hack is, or DC hack is a possibility. Don't just claim it, prove it. Find evidence for it to be possible, and use it here as evidence for that it happened to you. Go on, do it.
Who knew they were about to lose and went, no, I'm going to lose. I'm going to DC this guy from the server. That's what it appears like. Go back to the details of the game. And I was
Something that appears like something doesn't automatically make it true. Personal incredulity. If you have a difficult understanding how or why something is true, that doesn't automatically mean in... Let's see here. Personal incredulity doesn't automatically mean the thing in question is false. So you disconnected because of a bad computer, and you don't believe that, so you think that it must be something else and not the bad computer. You are performing a logical fallacy called the personal incredulity fallacy. Good job, Joe.
killed by a Fritz Meister who's got a KD of 102.
So absolutely nothing suspicious about this KD. 776,000 total bounty. A fair amount of bounty, boss targets killed. Duo wipes seems legitimately. He seems to be very average because it's close to just one, so this here means that he's actually dying more if he's playing solo, more than he's wiping people. Because he needs 2 people and die 2 times to have a KD of 1. So if he for example dies in 2 different games without wiping, there we go.
Targets killed 1,000, so he's played for a significant amount of time. Here we go, 10-year-old account, minimum of 100 games. Nothing seems obvious that the guy cheats whatsoever. It seems like a decent amount of game time. Nothing seems out of place that the guy is cheating based off of his profile. This is where people are going to go, oh, Joe Blue's delusional again. He thinks the reptilians are after him again. He's going to the conspiracy theories. I can't help scratch my head and wonder, you know, there is a person who comments a lot on some of my videos by the name of Fritz, and he comments on my YouTube videos fairly often.
There are a lot of people commenting on your videos that you're wrong, myself included, and you chose to ban me from your YouTube, so I couldn't continue proving you wrong. So I made this channel, which then also proves you wrong. But you are talking about Fritz Flitz. Let's see here. Community, Joe Blue, Fritz Flitz. Can I find him like this here? That's not him. No, that's not him. This him?
Yes. That's Fritz.
Sure. Previous names. Nothing.
It's kind of, well, that's
So you're going off on speculations, and what? let's give you the benefit of the doubt. I think you're not doing with others. Let's see if you're actually gonna look it up yourself.
Or at least recently, I can't help but the fact that, I've got a dude who's constantly telling me I'm bad at the game and telling me I'm wrong, how much better at the game he is than I am, that you can't help but wonder that, is it the same guy? Is he just wormed his way into my game just so he can cheat me, and when he realized he was going to lose, DC'd me from the server? Hey, look, I understand.
Dude, you still need to prove that it's possible to force you to disconnect. You haven't done that yet. You're just skipping forward, making it an appeal to ignorance, or what normal people call me a trust me bro moment.
Seriously? I actually am I'm gonna drop to 2 stars with my second account. And I'm gonna hunt Joe Will down just to disconnect him from the game. That's my new goal. It's really crazy how can think about that. Like, dude.
It's amazing. You still have your other videos force you to do desktop and force you to use medkit to prove that it's possible. You have not done that yet in either of those. That's why I'm thinking that you're not even going to do it here either. And so far, you're not.
Understand that Fritz might be a common name or word that is used in Germany. I'm assuming it's a German name. That that I'm reading too much into it, and that could very well be the case. But I can't help but wonder: is it the same person? Maybe. And this.
Then look up the fucking account to see the previously used names. If Fritz Flitz used that name while you were playing that match, look up his name on Steam and see if it's in the list of previously used names. It's that simple, dude.
Particular person is giving me multiple bits of footage that he has shown me to prove that he's good at the game and he's not a cheater, that I think that he is. I'm going to play some of his footage that he has sent me, and we're going to have a quick look at it.
So you are not gonna give evidence that people are capable of forcing others to disconnect? Okay, so we should just take your words for it. So you pulled out your own cable. Because that's the first thing you mentioned. You saw you were about to lose because you failed your aim, and then you pulled your cable.
He got scared and pulled the cable. I had a cousin that did the same thing when he played like Rainbow Six Siege with me.
Wow.
He was super scared of playing the game. Some guy appeared in a pixel, and he panicked and pushed the cable up of the router that was right by like on his side.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But that could be the case here also. Joe Blue having the right router next to him, directly next to him. We need a longer cable so we can get it over here and have this computer connect directly to a cable. But he could literally just be with a router by his side. And why else do you think the initial response was, it's not like I pulled the cable? Because that is literally what he did.
Yeah, we've got this one clip here, but I just want you to notice that he's playing on US servers here, and he's got a ping of 130. It does go down to 90. Now, I'm assuming he knows this girl that he's playing with, and he's just playing with a friend on another server. It's understandable. He's ping abusing, but if he's playing with a friend on another server, it's like...
Okay, ping abusing. That's great. I actually knew that he was going to say that, because obviously it's whatever. I mean, I was going to say I never ping abuse, but yes, I did ping abuse.
No, I ping abused.
No,
I ping abused.
I ping abused too. When I was living in South America for a while, I played on European servers, obviously to play with my husband and.
No, but majority of the time we played, I did it otherwise.
Yeah, but
the other way around. But
most of the time he played on a South American server while I was living in South America. So yeah, kind of crazy.
At the moment, I'm gonna open Hunt Showdown and see what servers are available to people, and I'm gonna mute the computer so the background is not there. But I'm wondering, I'm fairly certain, my memory might be tricking me, that African people does not have a server directly available to them.
No, they don't.
They don't?
They don't.
Okay. So that's great. So for example, ping abusing should then be every single person playing from Africa. And also, if he says that people from Africa doesn't have internet and good computers, then he is literally being xenophobic. Europe, not Africa. US East, American, North America East, North America West, Asia, Russia. Okay, Russia got an entire server by themselves. That's incredible. Oceania, Oceania.
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 I have no idea how to
Sorry if I butchered it. For example, this here is Australia and in that direction. South America, that's Brazil, Argentina, those things, of course. My partner is from Brazil, so we usually place here. She's apparently not happy for it. So I would be ping abusing playing with her. Africans would be ping abusing all over this shit here. Like on all of these servers here, Africans would be ping abusing. So you're not allowed to play with your partners or friends across the world. And Africans are not allowed to play Hunt Showdown at all. That is what Joe Blue is doing. Sorry.
I can't really be helped if he wants to play with his friend, but he is ping abusing. Let's just get it straight. It is ping abuse. So we can see here that he's got 130 ping. It goes down, as soon as he dark sides, it goes down to 90.
Already running it, they have no clue we're here. Killing the hellhounds.
The only thing you need to do here to show that he's on another server is show US East. You can literally zoom in on it and highlight it. I can do this here just for an instance as a showcase. That's all it requires to show that he's not playing on a server that he's attached to normally. But his ping is within 100. No, sorry. Ping here, within 100. Latency is within 100. It's not making him lag or be delayed for others. 180 plus is making him lag and be delayed to others. Not this crap here.
Dead.
Nice. I was just about to shoot.
Also, that is a sniper shot. That has absolutely nothing to do with others bullets reacting to him. That's just outright sniping. The ping abusing here is completely irrelevant.
Both dead.
Let's see the other one.
Okay, so he gets these two head taps here with the, I think it's the Berthier with, I'm not sure what weapon this is. It's high velocity ammo, 3-shot.
3-shot Spitzer ammo, not high velocity, Spitzer ammo. And yes, it's a Berthier.
I think it's a Berthier, right? I don't think there's any other 3-shot weapons, unless it's a new weapon they've added, like is it a modified Springfield? I'm not 100% on all of the new weapons that have been added. I've not really been keeping up or paying attention too much to the meta and the event thing since I started not giving Crytek any of my money. I don't buy skins anymore, DLC, I don't participate in the events anymore. So I'm not sure what weapon this is 100%. Because it's 3 shots, I believe it's a Berthier, but I could be mistaken.
Killing the hellhounds.
So he gets this shot here, and it's roughly about there.
Nice.
Gets the shot. We can see this other player here, pretty much a similar distance,
shoot.
right? And we can see his legs have just moved there. I'll try and zoom the video in so that you can see this section a bit clearer. And pull it back. Oh.
Dead.
Nice. I was
So
just about
players
to shoot.
here, you can see him moving right there. You can see him moving right here. Just before the shot, you can see his legs are there. You can see his legs just moved to here. His movement here. And then shot, okay, and then
Both dead.
gets a head tap. You hear the sound for a headshot, so you got 2 headshots there. Okay, so I'm here in this.
Okay, let's see if you're gonna be dishonest, because from this here it looks like it. What he also did was slow down. That's why from that angle to that angle there, or distance here, it takes more seconds for him to get that distance. He slowed down because he thought he's behind cover. So let's see how dishonest you'll be.
app or whatever that I use to create my thumbnails in. Just zoom this in a little bit here. So I made this screenshot here for him just to basically show, okay, so when you fire the shot, when the dude's over here, you're this far away from where the shot is fired. This is literally the frame before the shot comes out. So that's how far away he is from the target that he's leading the target. And then while we can't see the person accurately, we can see that there is movement of a player model around about here through the bushes around here. You can see movement. So we can see by this red line here, the distance is shorter than the distance that he leads over here, and it's pretty much comparable distance away from the target, I believe.
It is basically the same distance to the target, except for maybe 1 or 2 meters doing the difference. But what about the distance at which they are moving? What about the distance of basically crouching and then slightly moving further into the trees, or just walking further into the trees rather than running along the fence here? What about that distance? The travel time, the speed, the velocity. What about that? I'm just bringing in actual physics, reality, and facts. They have velocity in Hunt Showdown. What about distance? Does that matter in Hunt Showdown? I would imagine, since they have velocity and high velocity, so it travels over to the target faster. So I'm just making sure we are on the same page.
If this is a case of silent aim, he doesn't actually need to aim where the person is, and because
Then show that it is a case of silent aim. If I go back here in your own clip and then talks about how fast he's running here, and can we do here? So we take the initial clip. From there, over to the shot. Now let's take from that pole to the shot, to the other pole. That's 1 entire second until he's shot. Then we have, you can see the movement there. That's 1 second. So he moved from that to that in 1 second. This distance here was moved in 1 second. Meaning he slowed down.
through the bushes around here, you can see movement. So we can see by this red line here, the distance is shorter than the distance that he leads over here, and it's pretty much comparable distance away from the target. I believe this is a case of silent aim. He doesn't actually need to aim where the person is, and because he doesn't have, you know, proper vision, he is...
Yeah, he doesn't have proper vision. But he made the assumption that the target went behind a bush and then slowed down. His assumption was correct. That is all there is to it.
Isn't able to pretend to lead the target, you know what I'm saying? He also sent me a 40-minute game to basically claim, you know, he's better at the game than me. He's 5 stars and he has better game knowledge and game sense than me. To give you an idea of the type of gameplay that he sent me without showing you the whole 40-minute game, is if you take this shot...
Okay, so you're not gonna show the entire 40-minute game, which is understandable, fully understandable. However, you're gonna cherry pick. That's what you're showing. You're gonna cherry pick. I'm not gonna watch the entire thing for you, so you're gonna trust me on this one here because I'm cherry picking.
Of the game right now, and you just watch this shot for 40 minutes, that will give you an idea of the gameplay that this guy plays. He's just a sniper player, he's lame sniper.
It's not that shot for 40 minutes. That's what you're claiming. You're already 6 minutes into the video, proving it's not just that shot.
Player who changes his position on different locations where people will be and shoots them when they're standing still, basically, and racks up a bunch of kills. Now, he doesn't even get the extra.
Okay, side note, you literally got hit by a character or an NPC that stands still, charging some sort of attack, which should indicate to you it's a range attack. And what do you think? No, I can just stand still. It's not gonna reach me. If it's doing it right there, it's gonna reach you. Fucking hell.
He actually lets the people with the bounty escape, and he just extracts with 6 kills, and he uses this footage to try and claim that he's better at the game than I am. Now, I think it's important to notice here that he is using the same weapon again. It's the same scope, same high velocity ammo.
Punch Showdown, unedited bounty match. Okay. Fritz, Blitz, Punch Showdown, unedited bounty match. I wonder if I can find it like this. I can find his. It's that one there. I'm not gonna put sound to it. Joe was 450. Sorry, 450 into the game. So let's go here and see. 444. Oh, it's the same clip as he had earlier. Like, he's making some shots there. Taking cover. I'm right now I'm just flicking through. Because it's the same spot as he had earlier. Where is the fence? Now people down there. Okay, I couldn't see. So it's a spot that he's used to at least, but I couldn't see like specifically there. So 450. That's further back. So here. From here. I'm not gonna have sound on because I want to talk over it. And if I put sound on, it's gonna give the exact sound duplicated in my microphone. He's trying to see if there are anyone else up there because he's gonna snipe, obviously. So that's a good tactic by itself. Sniping is a valid and viable tactic in Hunt Showdown because there are 2 objectives in Hunt. It's the bounty and the player. He got Spitzer. That person is standing still. Absolutely nothing there indicating cheat.
And it's also not a difficult shot to make.
That there show it's a slow reaction shot basically, but he made sure that the target was available for him to one tap.
Obviously.
You got a target there, appearing here also. Running away. Then the next target is slowing. Trying to aim at that. So that there shows the distance of leading, for example. It shows not anything close to silent aim. He's trying to find the one that ran away, I imagine. Because otherwise he wouldn't keep looking over there. Yeah, exactly. He's trying to see if he can find the character in the bushes and trees. Okay. So far, it's just something people would not watch if he's a streamer. Bullet rubber, nice. It saves a bullet. What?
That's what it means.
Yeah. I think you lose 1 bullet if you have bullet rubber, but 2 bullets left in the gun. I'm not certain. Could be mistaken. Wasting time. Wasting a lot of seconds. Okay, we have another target there. So we have a player appearing up there. There. Wait, no. That's the assassin. I'm sorry. A player appearing there. Noticing the body. I would imagine his head is right there, actually. Yeah, I was right. His head is right. Yeah. Standing still. Again, head tap. Absolutely nothing there that indicates cheating. What the fuck? They're just like, people are dying over there, and you're like, I'm gonna help. Oh no. What he's doing right now is basically called ratting. He's sitting right there. Ah, okay. I was about to say sitting right there. And there he misses. How far is that? Let's see. Let's go back and see. If he's using silent aim. Okay, because if he's using silent aim, that there would be a hit. If he's using silent aim. So let's see what Joe is whining about.
Same 3-bullet weapon. Right, so this is the shot as he's firing, because the things just move. Screenshot. Okay. This shot will have to do. It's as close as it get. It might be a frame behind, might be a couple of frames out, but it's approximately in the right location. So we'll come here. Right, okay, and then we'll resize this image here. I think that's perfect. That's a perfect alignment right there, I think. You reckon? I reckon that's perfect. I think that's actually bang on. We've basically got a perfect lineup here, I believe, of the two. It's actually, I think.
Wait, he's measuring the distance? And saying that this here is bang on. Interesting. Let's then see. Oh, I think he means the size. But if you look at the scope and this scope, the size, even the compass here, the size is completely off. So let's see what's gonna happen when he goes forward with it. Okay, so he might be measuring the size of it, but you can see that it's slightly off because the numbers are higher up than the other numbers. So you can see, for example, it's not matching completely. Eye for details. The details are important. Going factual.
Perfect lineup here, I believe, of the two images. Let me increase the transparency so we can see that the dude is here, right there. So we've got the distance there. Now, I think it's safe to assume that the
Those distances are not the same. They're not the same at all. The distance over here is slightly shorter than the distance over here. Also, he's running like angled compared to this here. This here is a straight line. This here is angled, an angled road. Just saying.
leading on the right here, the target is slightly further away on the left, and leading the target is slightly closer, ever so slightly closer than the one on the left.
That's because you have roads that are angled differently. Like, I thought we were, what was it? I thought we were speaking logic and facts. Facts and logic. Everything I say is based in facts and logic. Everything I say is facts and logic. I thought we were speaking facts and logic. That road there is angled. That character there is closer. Distance is longer. That character, he's running, outright running. That character there is carefully walking. Distance is further away. Distance here is shorter. Like, I thought we were speaking facts and logic, Joe. Rules. Here we go.
Target slightly further back and is leading the target at a shorter distance, when really he should be leading from a further distance the further the person is. So this doesn't really add up. You've got, in the same clip, hitting two different dudes at the similar range at different leading distances, and then you got...
I'm sorry, it was the same clip. I thought I recognized this section when he zoomed out. Might just be me.
comparable distances, but I think the one on the right is slightly further back and the distance is slightly shorter.
You think, what you think is not relevant to factual statements when you claim and accuse people of doing horrible acts. That's like Amber Heard claiming Johnny Depp did something to her, when reality was that she was the culprit. Like, here you're claiming someone is cheating, and you're doing it based off what you think. That's called false allegation. Or if he's a big time guy, it's a defamation of character. Defamation of character is illegal in America and England. And you're British, so you're living in a country where defamation of character is illegal. Just so you know, he could technically sue you. Just so you know.
Is leading the target with. Okay, so I'm just speaking over the top of a video, this portion here, just because I didn't really zoom in on the image properly when I was doing it in real time.
Correct. You did not. Let's see if you have any actual better evidence for it.
Right, so here, so I've basically lined it up pretty much to where the head meets, approximately about the same, so it's just like in front of the head on each, just about, more or less, right? And then I take each of the lines that I've made to show that basically one is larger than the other, so...
Which means that the speed of what the enemy is traveling is also relevant. Da-da-da-da! Proving Joe Blue is fabricating evidence also. That's great.
The one on the left here is slightly longer than the one on the right, when really this one should be the longer one, this one should be the shorter one, but it would seem like...
What are you talking about? Which one should be the long one? Which one should be the shorter one? Like, he's traveling on an angled road, going diagonally or semi-diagonally, while running. That means it should be longer on this clip here, which you're saying it is. Over here, he's walking carefully on a flat angle, linear angle. That means it should be shorter, which you're also proving that it is.
Like he isn't leading the target as far to the right for the target that's slightly further back than this one here. So there's a discrepancy in the ranges of which is leading the targets in these two different shots, and the targets are at different distances away from each other. So again, I think this is further evidence that this person is...
What you think is completely irrelevant, what you think is not factual, what you think is not by law valid. If I'm not mistaken, that is called hearsay. Information received from other people which cannot be substantiated, rumor. The report of another person's word by a witness, to some extent a hearsay. To some extent. Not completely, but it is in the direction of what hearsay actually is.
Is potentially using silent aim. And then after I basically said that there's basically no skill or limited amount of skill in basically sniping a bunch of people, and so Fritz Flitz...
Okay, if there are basically no skill in sniping other people, sure, you can do the exact same thing. Like, make your own gameplay. Show that you can snipe other people to that extent.
That's only fair. He complains so much, but I mean,
it requires a skill set to be a sniper. It requires the velocity knowledge. It requires travel time. It requires the speed of the opponent. It requires, to some extent, predicting how far they are going to travel or if they are actually going to stop, like behind a bush or cover. Like, there are certain skill sets required to be a sniper. Why do you think in real life sniper training in the military is a thing? Why do you think they are actually on the ground aiming at targets? That was a difficult word, holy crap. Like, aiming at targets and actually seeing how well and precise they can aim. You also have bullet drops in games like Tarkov and PUBG, for example. So why do you say that it doesn't require skills, but reality in the military says otherwise?
Basically, after I told him that sniping is not particularly skillful, that the type of people that are in 5 stars are cheaters and people who just play lame sniper gameplay style like he does. Those are the predominant people that you find in 5 star, 6 star cheaters and snipers.